If you're male, there's a 100% chance that you have microplastic in your balls, which may reduce your testosterone and thus reduce your progress in the gym. Microplastic are tiny pieces of plastic that you can find everywhere. In the water you drink, in the air you are breathing right now, and also in the food you are eating. Also, studies found out that every human body has microplastic in his tissues and in his organs. The problem with microplastics is that it can cause inflammation and disturb your hormones, which may lower your progress in the gym. There was an experiment done on BPA, which is one of the most commonly used chemicals since the 1960s, which you can find in your water bottles, in food cans, and in receipts. They exposed zebrafishes to a small amount of BPA. And what they found out is that 80% of the fishes became infertile. But the kids who weren't exposed to BPA, they were still to 50% infertile. And the grandkids were infertile to 40%. That's the huge impact microplastic can have on your body. And I know you may think, yeah, just buy some foods which are BPA free. But the problem with that is that they often replace the BPA with some other chemicals which are also bad. So the general rule you have to remember that plastics equals bad. So here is my step-by-step guide to reduce your exposure to microplastic, because you can be 100% microplastics free. So firstly, we'll go over the food you eat. After that, we'll see the clothes you wear, and at the end, we'll see objects that have microplastics. So the first and the most important is food, because it's the most studied and the effects are clear. You're basically putting something in your body, it's absorbed through your digestion, and it's transported in every of your organs and tissues. If you've been into the fitness community for a while, I hope you didn't fall into the high protein gay ass trap. It's one of the biggest bullshit. It's so unhealthy. That food isn't food anymore. It goes through a whole factory. It's transformed 3,000 times. It's heated up, then cooled down. So you need to thrive to eat the least processed food possible. The general rule you need to follow is that you need to eat the food that is the food on itself. If you see an ingredient list, it's already a bad sign. Even though the ingredient might be healthy, but it already means that it's processed. So for example, I eat eggs, meat, potatoes, rice. You still won't be able to avoid everything, because for example, the meat I buy, it's in a plastic bag, but at least avoid the gay ass protein bar, the Monster, the Coca-Cola, I don't know, all the other bullshit you eat. When you wear clothes, you are not putting microplastic directly in your skin, but it touches your skin most of the time, because your skin breathes through its pores. It gets oxygen, releases CO2, and when you sweat, those pores, they open. So you need to wear clothes from natural sources. There is no scientific evidence proving it, but we can say that empirically, wearing plastic clothes while sweating is the worst thing you can do. So now the third thing you need to fix is your sport clothes and underwears. I'm sorry, bro, if you have compression shirts, put them into the trash. Those Gymshark compression shirts, they are from plastic, and you're sweating in it, directly into the trash. Now it doesn't mean you have to put your whole wardrobe into the trash, but at least if you have plastic underwears or plastic clothes for sport, change them at first. That's the most important. But from now on, every time you buy something, look at the label. If it stands polyester or some other plastic, don't buy it. Sometimes I see a clothes, I find it really beautiful, I want to buy it, but then I look at the label, 100% polyester, I don't buy it. That's how it works. What is really important, and I've noticed it a few weeks ago, is your bed sheet. I had a really cozy bed sheet and I slept in it every day. One day I looked at the label and it was 100% polyester. So I directly gave it away to somebody, because when you sleep, you sweat a lot and your skin breathes a lot through its pores. Now we'll talk about items that have microplastic in it. It is far less important than food and clothes, but you still have some items that you touch frequently, such as your phone, your keyboard, and things like that, that can also transfer microplastic into your skin. But if you have some really strong calluses from pull-ups like me, it shouldn't be so bad. Now this is way more important than your phone or your keyboard. It is cosmetics. Cosmetics have a lot of microplastics, and you maybe don't even know it, but your shampoo or body washes, creams and deodorants have really a lot of microplastics. So limit cosmetic use at any cost. And if you have skin problem, it is often a diet and a lifestyle problem. I know for some of you this might sound extreme, but here are some things I personally do. I did a homemade deodorant with natural ingredients. I also use a natural soap, and I've been on noshampoo for over a year. Here is the summary of the actionable steps you can do right now to reduce your microplastic exposure. The most important and the hardest one is to eat whole foods that are least processed. You need also to have cotton underwears and cotton sport clothes. And from now on, every time you buy clothes, look at the label. Is it from natural sources? Limit cosmetic use and strive for natural alternatives. And if you can, go on noshampoo as soon as possible. It's also good for not going bald.